And hello everybody, welcome back to RFC News. I hope you're all well. Here for a bit of a match reaction from Celtic 1, Rangers 3. Wow. Where do we start with that game? Let's just put this out there quickly now, just so we can, again, people don't call me doom merchant or anything like that. I am buzzing with that victory. I am so happy the fact that we won that game. I am so happy. And you're going to see me joying in the tears of the other lot a little bit later on today. There's going to be plenty of content here on the channel discussing and laughing at their misery. However, if the cliche really did make sense in a game, it's certainly this game. Because that first half from Rangers was absolutely abysmal. It was the worst probably performance in the first half that I have seen under Danny Rule, under this Rangers side, in charge of this Rangers side. We looked like a side, I mean, the usual cliches are always thrown about this Rangers team, that they have no heart, they have no desire, and they don't want to win football games, and don't have what it takes to be Rangers players. And you could have used those tags for all of those players in the first half. And in fact, what I would say is that I was going to come on here if the score had remained the same and said that we need 10 new players in this January transfer window, because that was shambolic. They couldn't pass the ball. They couldn't get the passes to anybody. And it was truly awful. Let's not get away from that. It was truly awful, that first half. One of the worst performances I've seen from Rangers under Danny Rule. And that's not an over-exaggeration. I was gunning. I was seething after that first half. Absolutely seething. And in years gone by, when you see a Rangers team, I say recent years, when you see a Rangers team put in a performance like that at Parkhead, you're not surprised. But then also the fact you never see, you're going to expect much of the same going into the second half. And I genuinely thought, that's it, it's over. We've just, it's just another situation where Celtic are shit, they're there for the taking, and we've just been shitter. I genuinely thought that was going to be the diagnosis going into the end of this game. But we've got a real manager. We've got a guy that isn't posing to be a football manager. We've got a guy who's a good tactician. We've got somebody that actually knows what he's freaking doing and is not afraid to change something that's not working out. And that's exactly what we've seen in the second half. I think Jack Butland, again, has been fantastic for us. And to be honest, on another day, Celtic could have actually been 3 up at half-time. And this could have been a whole lot of a different conversation. However, let's get on to the positives, because the second half was much better from Rangers. So much better. They changed. And as I said, we've got a manager who's not sticking to his philosophy and sticking to his guns. His remit as a coach is to win. And that's it. We've not had a coach like that since probably Gerrard. The remit being just to win. And it doesn't matter how we do it. And he changed things. He took off Theo Arsgaard, and rightfully so, because he was an empty jersey, especially after that yellow card. He looked like he didn't want to get involved. Took him off, brought on Diamande, and there you go. A change. And Celtic couldn't adapt to those changes. And we were much better in the second half. Much better in the second half. And these Rangers players proved me wrong. Because in yesteryears, under the current regime, I'm not talking pre sort of 2012, I'm talking about post 2012, post Steven Gerrard, post Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. I'd go as far to say these players, we know that they're never up for a fight. So credit to Danny for changing the tactics and these players actually fighting and getting back into this game and then going on to sort of stroll the second half, because that's what it was, a stroll in the second half. I want to add there as well, Shamiti. He was a man of the match. And we've seen that in the last game, that may be a change of position here. He's, of course, and rightfully so, he's been dug out for, he cost us £9 million and he was dreadful. He genuinely was dreadful. But the last 2 games, he's been good. I think there's a change of position there. And certainly in the same mirroring game and now against Celtic, looks like a different player. Scores 2 goals, and what a way to build up your confidence as a Rangers player. So yeah, buzzing with Schmidt, getting 2 goals, and that's what you expect in the big games against your arch rivals, title deciders potentially, that your £9 million players go out there and actually come up with the goods. And he's done that. He scored 2 goals and got us back into the game and then put us in front. So happy with Schmidt as well. And again in the second half, there's a lot of players did a lot better. But let's not address this, and I want to keep positive because we just won an Old Firm game. I'm buzzing, but that first half was shambolic. Second half, we can take a lot from. However, that doesn't neglect and make us the finished article. Celtic truly are dreadful. They truly are dreadful. They're a really bad side. I wouldn't be surprised if Wilfred Nancy gets the sack imminently. I hope not. I really hope he doesn't. But I wouldn't be surprised if that was his last game as Celtic manager. We still need to go into the January transfer market and get some new players in through the door. I know what we've got a new board now, but I know what yesteryears looked like under Rangers, under the old regime. And they would take something like this and go, you know what, we can fucking sit back, relax now. We don't really need to add any players. No, we need to add some players, prompto, as well. We need a lot more quality. We need a lot more ability brought back into the team. But as far as things goes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm buzzing with that. I'm buzzing with a victory at Parkhead, as everyone should be. And I'm buzzing how the second half panned out for us and that we changed it around. But I do think that's a lot to do with Danny Rule as well. You know, I think that's a lot to do with him and the way he is. He's a proper coach and is a proper guy that's not afraid to make changes. But again, another thing as well, Jack Butland. Jack Butland come under so much stick. But Jack Butland is a fantastic goalkeeper. And I think his penalty save record, by the way, 6 in his last 7, that's alien. That's freakish. This is out of this world. And again, showed his value again today. Because some big saves from Jack Butland yet again certainly kept us in the game in the first half. But again, Jack Butland also being there, and again, as I'm seeing in the comments here, had the game of his life. So yeah, super happy for Jack Butland as well. Good performance from him throughout. That's why I said we probably need 10 new players following that first half. But yeah, I'm gonna sit back, relax today, and enjoy some sort of Tim Meltdown. I think it's going to be an interesting one. I've got the sort of go-tos. Don't worry, RFC News will be providing you with the product later on today. Trust me, I'm addicted to this. Honestly, I am addicted to those lot being in Meltdown, and I need more of it, especially after the Motherwell stuff. But we're probably going to be seeing the Sharks out tonight at Parkhead. We're probably going to be hearing a lot about Wilfred Nancy, but I plead with you, Celtic board. I know you probably don't care what I have to say. Just trust the process with Wilfred Nancy. Trust the process. You know, Wilfred Nancy needs some time. You know, that's all I'll say. I hate when boards go out there and don't trust the process of young